Okay, so here we go. Video number 1 showing how to save and change the settings in the Vcarve program. I'm going to start to look at how to bring a bitmap into Vcarve program and save it. Alright, here we go. First thing, grade 8 wood design folder, open it up. Find your class, open it up, find your name, click your bitmap and drag it to your desktop. Remember that you can't work on your bitmap if it's in that folder. It's a teacher folder that you do not have access to. You can close that. And next, go into your computer, go into your documents, double click to open it up. In your documents, find the folder that you would have saved. Would be the last name, your last name, Vcarve template. Last name Windchime Vcarve file.crv. That's the one. Double click to open it. And first thing to do, we're gonna do the settings first. So here we go. Under File Operations, it says Set Job Dimensions and Origin. Double click to open it, and you're gonna check to see if your width is set to 11. That's the width of the material, and the height set to 11 as well. That should be set, and the thickness should be set to 0.75. The Z0 should be set to the top. Now, right now, you can pause the video. Make sure that you've got all those settings set. Just leave it paused and just minimize it to the side there so you can see the settings. Make sure that yours is that way as well. Okay, the next two things are going to be datum position. Datum position should be set to the middle of your material, not to the bottom left corner or any other corner. And it should be in inches, not millimeters. Okay. Last thing, that's pretty much it. So just the job size, material, Z, XY datum position, and the units need to be selected there. Press OK when you've got that done. Next thing, I'll show you how to bring a bitmap in. Under File Operations, again, the top menu, it says Import Bitmap for Tracing. Click on that. Go to your desktop and find your bitmap. There it is. Open it. Takes a minute because it's a big file. And there it is. Okay, we're going to be converting the file, the lines you got here, to vectors. So the button you use is called under Create Vectors menu, and it's called Trace Bitmap, Fit Vectors to Selected Bitmap. So click on it. First thing you want to do, yours is probably going to be selected color. I think that's the default. So make sure it's black and white. Then increase the threshold until it starts to get grainy. You don't want it to get grainy, but you want it just before it gets grainy. There we go. And only one more setting there, and that's a bitmap fading at the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom there, and then take all the fading off completely. You basically don't need any fading on there. Now, notice how the apply button is not showing. You have to preview it first for the apply button to show, and you have to apply the changes you made in order for it to remember the changes. So you got to hit preview, then apply. Then you can close it. Now you've got lines on top of these, the bitmap that you've made. It also has all the little dots and anything. Those are all vectors as well. So you're going to have to select these one by one. Now there's zoom boxes, zoom to fit, zoom selected. Zoom to fit is probably the one you're going to use the most. Zoom box, pan view, let me think. Let me just try this one. Yeah, if you click on that, it's the zoom box, then it zooms in. It's kind of nice to have a mouse because you can use the wheel on the mouse. You can zoom in without having to hit that button. Anyhow, I'll just click on zoom to fit, and that just fits it in your window. That's what I did there. Also, another tool that is pretty handy is selection mode. That's your arrow. That's what you're going to want to know how to use. Alright, so we notice now we can actually select all of the vectors rather. And you notice there's a vector for the outside and one for the inside. You're going to just choose one that you like better. One that doesn't have as many jagged edges is probably a good idea. And delete it. Just choose one of them though. You don't want to choose both. You want to keep one that we're going to be cutting. So I'm just going to pick randomly on this next one, so I don't see too much of a difference between the two. So I think I'll pick the bigger one because I want it a bit bigger, and I'll delete the smaller one. There you go. Now, you've got to select all the vectors that you want to cut. So I'll select the first one. I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and I'll select the second one so that both are selected. I'm going to copy them by pressing Control and hold it down and press the C button. That just copied it. Another way to copy is you can go into the Edit menu and go Edit Copy. Okay, so it's copied now. I'm deselecting it. Now I'm going to select, or zoom out, and I'm going to select my entire bitmap, select the whole thing, and press the Delete key on the top right hand corner of your computer. So you want to get rid of the picture that you've got. You've already copied the vectors that you want. Okay, now you can press Control V to copy the vectors back in place, or again you can also use the paste function. Alright, now I'm going to go zoom to fit. There you go. And you've got your vector on your page, and it's set to go, ready for the next step. First thing I'm going to do right now that I've got that done, I've made a bunch of changes though, is I'm going to save my file. Yeah, so you can just save it as is. Okay, yeah, that'll probably be okay. Yeah, next thing to do is now we're going to make a toolpath. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to conclude this video here, and so you can do all the things that you need to do, and then you can move into your second video after. Okay, so yours is saved, you're good to go. So have fun, and we'll talk to you in the next one.